invited guests, media representatives, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for joining us here this morning as we introduce the latest member of the Samsung Galaxy family, Samsung Galaxy K Zoom.
Samsung Galaxy K Zoom, a device that will literally change your life.
Manoj, great being here today for the launch of your K Zoom. Manoj, just tell us your position at Samsung.
My name is Manoj Africa. I'm Director of Internet and Mobile for East and Central Africa for Samsung Electronics.
So if we can just, before we go to this launch today, just talk about what's happened. You've been in the slot for about 3 years. I mean, Samsung I see is all over East Africa. Has it been a high impact period that you've had?
Yeah, I mean, we are as humble as we can sound. I mean, we started 3 years ago with very low market share, and our principle and our strategy has been very basic, going into the retail, working with the indigenous Kenyan entrepreneurs. At the same time, we're setting up the partnership with the distributors and operators. So this has been a very, very fruitful 3 years for me, and I'm glad that we are now, and we have reached #1 position in some segments.
Yes.
We are performing quite well.
Yes.
Of course, some of the segments like cameras and all that, we are now a challenger to the Sonys and the Canons and other people, and we're getting there.
Now moving to your K Zoom, I'm obsessed with taking photographs, and we just did a selfie today where I learned it was like a 21 megapixel. Just tell us about the camera.
Yeah, so this is I would call it as a smartphone with a specialized camera built in. So pretty much look and feel of Galaxy S5 with the software and the hardware. But what we have managed to put in is a very clever optical zoom, which comes out when you enable, and when you go back in, you would use it as a phone. It goes back in, and it's quite slim, and you can carry it around in your jacket pocket or trouser pocket. So it's been a great innovative product. So what we have done also is that we figured out that people take selfies using the front camera.
Let's take one.
No, this is actually So the selfie on this is let's say it's like a low quality.
Yes.
But we can turn it around, and then we can say I go into selfie mode here.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. So what then happens is, it detects the face.
Yes. And then takes it. Wow. To take it.
Yep. Yeah. So that's basically what.
Yes.
Maybe do one more time.
It's done it.
Yep.
Great.
Yeah. So I think what it does is that we are able to use this very, very advanced lens with 20 megapixel resolution, and if you want to use zoom, you can zoom in as well. So good thing about selfie alarm is that you don't need to press any button anymore.
Yes.
Once you set it up in selfie mode, you just hold it. It takes 3 pictures, and then it allows you to select the best
Fantastic.
of it. So I think it's a great product for selfies. Of course, there are other modes as well. Yeah.
But it's like a selfie world these days, isn't
Absolutely. I think the whole social media is about selfies, and including the presidents of some of the countries.
Yes.
They're all in selfie mode.
That's right. I remember the Obama one.
The Obama one, and then Ellen DeGeneres and everybody else is.
Thank you.
So that's how it looks like.
What a fantastic photograph.
Yeah.
Wow. Manoj, what else is going on at Samsung? I mean, what's happening now? There's a lot of buzz around the brand, isn't there?
Yeah, so I think what we have done is we've partnered with Safaricom, for example, and few other operators to actually drive the entry smartphone business into Kenya. So essentially what we have done is we have actually grown the market by ourselves, of course in a partnership with the operators. The cost of the internet is coming down. The bundles are quite inexpensive compared to the old days. So I think there's a lot of smartphone users coming up. So we have actually positioned ourselves in the very high segment like Galaxy S5, for example, K Zoom. We're also penetrating into the
what is the entry smartphone price?
Yeah, so at the moment, I mean, we can buy a 4-inch screen entry smartphone for 7,000 shillings, which is the same.
Less than $100.
Less than $100, and it's got the same Galaxy engine. It's the same Android and touch vision, the whole bells and whistles coming with the Galaxy product. And at the same time, it's quite affordable to the youth, the first-time users, perhaps the entry-level workers. So we have tried to place ourselves in all the segment. Of course, there are some new products coming into the mid segment as well. The dual SIM market has grown in Kenya, so we have also gone into, with Galaxy, the dual SIM or duos as we call it, duo segment as well. Apart from that, the other key priority that we are focusing on is on the tablet. So we have had 7-inch tablet and 10-inch tablet for quite some time now. So now the recent last 3 months or so, we have worked on a new product called Galaxy Note Pro, which is a 12.2-inch screen, which is very, very attractive for the business and the people who want the larger screen. And at the moment, I mean, we are all media consumers versus we are not generating so much media. So as media consumers, why would you need a laptop to go around with? You just can carry your tablet and you consume as much data as you want. And of course, I mean, these days, for example, a 12.2 tablet or 10.1 tablet, we also have, the entire office suite on it. So you can edit document, you can read document, you can do pretty much everything from your tablet. And then that's now one of the priority areas. So what we also decided is that we're also going to come up with some product called Tab S. This is actually the world's first AMOLED display tablet. It hasn't hit the market yet, but I mean, this is pretty much in.
This is an early view, is it?
Yeah, this is now these are some of the testing samples that we are looking at. So with the Tab S, I mean, you're going to get the best multimedia experience with the best screen possible in the tablet industry. So I think we're going to change the game once again in terms of tablet business, and of course we are going after the usual suspects in the tablet and the tab business.
Manoj, two other questions. We were talking just now, and you were talking about ecosystem, plugging yourself into the ecosystem. You're collaborating with Safaricom. You're using the Android system. Is Samsung a collaborator with, or how would you define your business model? Is it a 21st century? You're looking to collaborate with as many people as possible, or it's not a closed garden, is it?
Yeah. So one of my objectives is to keep the brand as open as possible while working with everybody in the ecosystem. Ecosystem means we want to work with the university student, whether or not they're IT students or non-IT students. So we have a student outreach program whereby we go into the universities and teach people how to do mobile application development, for example. On the other hand, we also collaborate with the likes of iHub, MLab, 88MPH, the communities that are built for the accelerating, the tech space or the Silicon Savannah concept here. So we have worked with them quite successfully as well. But on the other hand, of course, we have to work with the likes of CAK. We have worked with them on counterfeit products, for example. We have done.
Is that still a big problem?
Yeah, I mean, we face counterfeit in this market, and I think, like I said, in some of the segments, we've been extremely successful, and in the smartphone segment. So we started now, seeing counterfeit products coming in from Asian countries. So it's one of the things that we are working with CAK to see how we can, contain this the spread of counterfeit product. Of course, we lose tax revenue, but it's also, in a way, hazardous to the consumers. They don't really know what they're buying. I mean, all they see is that Samsung, logo on it, and they go and buy it.
Yes.
But in essence, it's not counterfeit. On the other hand, we also internally we have figured out a three-pronged strategy to attack the counterfeit product. One, we offer 2 years warranty for any product that we.
Which is remarkable for Africa, isn't it? I think no one else has got such a thing.
Absolutely, not yet. So we've learned a lot from the consumer feedback in Africa, consumers and the dealers and the resellers alike. And they said, okay, let's go out with the brand promise that we'll give 2 years warranty, and then we set up our service center to back up our claim. So of course, this is the whole 360 degrees brand support that we're giving. Secondly, we also decided, we will introduce something called e-warranty. So someone can send an SMS with an IME number to a short code and say that, okay, register this phone. And the reply comes back and says, this is a genuine product, it's under warranty. So instantly the consumer also start relating, okay, I bought a product and right at the retail counter, I know whether it is genuine or not. That's number two. Number three, what we have done is we have actually employed a number of consultants,
Yes.
sales consultants or sales people in all our retail outlets. So what we want to do is at the point of sale, we want to import the right education and right communication to
Because
the consumer.
these are so complicated now, aren't they? People need to be educated.
Absolutely, absolutely. So one side is tackling the counterfeit from the consultant's perspective. Secondly, it also gives us an opportunity to demonstrate some of the key benefits that comes out of Galaxy products.
Manoj, you've been in Africa prior to Samsung. You're with another mobile phone operator, a mobile phone handset maker. What is different with the African market and the rest of the world? What are your observations on that, Because it's niche, isn't it? It's different.
It's different because Africa is pretty much a prepaid market, and operators have not yet started driving the market like the Europe or the South Africa. So Africa minus the South Africa is pretty much open market as we call it, and driven by indigenous entrepreneurs, very prepaid market, cash upfront, everything is cash upfront. So it's a very, very unique proposition compared to the rest of the world. That's one part of it. And secondly, for example, in Kenya, 3 years ago, I didn't have much of traffic jam. I had very, very less, people flying the road. Now, in over the 3 years, the economic strata, has come up, and the middle income group is really, really growing. So we believe that this is the right place for Samsung to be in for growing our business as well, while providing the right tools for consumers to interact or socialize or do business with our gadget. So I think those are the unique factors, and I think it will continue. Our growth in Africa will continue to grow for the next 3 to 4 years. I think that's our prediction. Of course, on the last bit is that the tablet growth is going to be phenomenally higher than the smartphone.
Why?
Because the laptop industry is slowly declining, and like I mentioned, we are become a consumer of media than creating the media. So everybody wants something on their hand to go around with. I want to watch my YouTube, I want to watch your tweets or someone else's blog. So it's getting very, very, very interesting that people would prefer to carry a tablet than a laptop like 5 years ago. So I think we are just moving with the trend and how we position ourselves within that growing changes.
Final question. Everyone talks about Africa rising. You're sitting here, you're running a big business which is spread out across the region. Are we rising? Are we going forward?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think we have, even from not from a product, even from content and application perspective, I've seen very, very unique ideas coming out of Kenya and coming out of some of the East Africa countries. I think all we need the right catalyst, of course, support from the government, SME organization set up, perhaps some mentoring and advising. Of course, the last bit, a bit of a funding, and I think we are talking big in the world. I think Africa is really rising. If you look at the last 3 years, every brand has now entered Africa. Fortunately, we've been there a little bit earlier than others.
You were ahead of the curve.
Yeah, fortunately, we've been here for some time, so we are capitalizing on that. But you can see more and more brands coming into this country and into Africa. So I think it's exciting 5 years ahead of us.
Thank you, Manoj.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.